Was the sister's husband really the victim of amnesia?
But then, how do you explain the chocolate?
Was the sewing machine taken over by the spirit of Byron's grandmother?
The Sykkuno situation really is a fountain of slop that doesn't seem like it will stop flowing anytime soon. Now, yesterday I talked about the situation itself. Today I want to cover Mujin, because he was given the docs exclusively beforehand so he could make, edit and post an entire 1-hour video before everyone else. Yes, I'm jealous. Shut up. This whole situation has quite literally split the internet in responses, with a lot of people, mainly the fans of these VTubers, saying that yes, they are victims, and the other part, even Cinnamon Toast Can, saying, well, what do you expect him to do? Boys will be boys. And to be fair, that is also my take on it. I think that there is very little accountability on their side. It sucks to get cheated on, but is it worth ruining his life over it? If I had an audience, this would be the most 50-50 split question imaginable. You know what I mean. So, where to start here? Powdur, yet another VTuber. What a weird time he has. Seriously. Sykkuno has a type. Powdur posted a screenshot on Twitter that reads, Ladies, you're not special. We are special. With a 3-hour Discord call between her and Sykkuno in 2023, saying that it was a gaming session and nothing else. She then quote-tweeted that with a long justification of why Sykkuno isn't a monster, just a cheater, which is still bad, but not as much. Pretty much what I said yesterday, really. I feel like that has been the most common take on the opposite side of this conversation. Like, yeah, what he did was bad, it was cheating, but it wasn't the whole, like, it wasn't as bad as people make it up to be. That was it. Not that it's a small thing, not that it's a good thing, it's just that that's it. That is what it is. She even said she never really felt manipulated by him, and that he is in fact very blunt with his risk game, which she didn't really like being around, which is, fair enough. She said that he felt like a player, Obviously, it goes without saying that she doesn't speak for all people Sykkuno has harmed with his cheating, but it's important to see a supposed victim of his riz game being more neutral about it, saying she was aware of the power dynamic and just chose to be better than that. I know, crazy how common sense works. This response really pissed Mujin off, so much that what I'm about to read in response to this claim is so incredibly unhinged it borders on hilarious. It is legit tragically funny. The tweet starts with a parody of Powdur's statement, "Can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely, but I had no views whatsoever and became desperate after trying everything to be relevant. So I chose to appeal to people who hate my gender in order to pay rent. Am I going to flip on a serial cheater who had sex with women without telling them that they'd be homewreckers? Of course not. Morals are an obstacle to my income." Mujin was never really a reliable narrator. So when his video eventually comes out about me being cancelled by my audience for secretly having dated a black guy. What? Even though I keep saying that I can't stand minorities, please don't trust him. Also, English is my first language, and I have no idea that predator can be a person or organization that uses weaker people for their own advantage, but it's okay. My audience gobbles up anything I say anyway. Dumbass simps, limau. That is...
That was really bad.
So obviously there's a few misrepresentations here, saying that, am I going to flip on a serial cheater who had sex with women without telling them that they'd be homewreckers, when she starts the whole statement with, can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely. But in fact, he just turned that entire statement around and made it about him, completely him. And then he starts talking about she dating a black guy when her audience, hates minorities or something. Is just, I don't know if this is the woke racism I keep hearing about. So it's clear that he's not getting the response that he wanted from the original video, and it's really getting to him now. Because truth be told, these women are victims of adultery. Whether the guy who cheated on them was rich or not, would that really change anything at the end of the day? It would if he was like, if you come here, I'll give you money. If you spend a day with me, I'll give you money. I'll pay for you to go to Paris with me, but if you're not interested, we're gonna stop talking. That is totally not what happened. He offered all these things without asking for anything back, although now it is very clear that he is kind of like a fuckboy. And, you know, okay, fair enough. But other than that, it's still just adultery. You can, you know, at every point, maybe grow a brain and like, wait, this feels... Of course, it's not always easy to tell when you're being manipulated. At the same time, this guy is giving me a lot of money that I did not ask for. Does he want something back? At the end of the day, I only truly feel bad for his girlfriend. I feel like she was completely innocent at all times. And for her, I actually do extend my sympathies. I'm telling you, they should have just taken more gifts before leaving him. Maybe asked for a new gaming rig in exchange for 2 pics, I don't know.